Here's something that should make you uncomfortable. Right now, as you sit here watching this, your body is secretly preparing for threats that haven't existed for over 10,000 years. Your brain, the same one browsing social media, ordering takeout, stressing about emails, is still partially running on software designed for a world of predators, famines, and constant mortal danger. And the terrifying part? You can't turn it off. These aren't quirks. These aren't personality traits. These are hardwired ancient programs buried so deep in your biology that modern evolution simply hasn't had enough time to delete them. And today, we're ripping open 5 of the most wild ones. The startle reflex, your brain's broken alarm system. Have you ever been completely fine, sitting in silence, and then someone drops a book nearby, and your entire body launches into full panic mode? Heart racing, muscles tensing, maybe a word or two you regret? That's your startle reflex, and it is ancient. We're talking pre-human ancient. This reflex is so deeply embedded that it operates below conscious thought, meaning it fires before your brain even processes what happened. Newborn babies have a version called the memo reflex, where loud sounds cause them to throw their arms out, as if catching themselves from falling, which makes perfect sense when you imagine sleeping in trees. 2 million years ago, one wrong move and you're a predator's dinner. The reflex kept your ancestors alive, but here in 2026, it mostly just makes you look ridiculous in libraries. And here's the kicker, you literally cannot train it away. Researchers have shown that even people who know an identical loud sound is coming, timed to the millisecond, still flinch every single time. Your brain refuses to learn, which brings us to something equally baffling: goosebumps, the body feature that does absolutely nothing. Picture this. You're cold, or maybe a song hits different. Maybe a scene in a movie gives you chills. Tiny bumps rise across your skin, hair stands on end, and then nothing happens. Nothing useful anyway. Goosebumps, scientifically called piloerection, exist because your distant ancestors were covered in thick body hair. When threatened or cold, that hair would stand up, creating an insulating layer of trapped warm air, or, when facing a predator, making the animal appear significantly larger and more threatening. It worked beautifully for early mammals. For a hairless species in climate-controlled apartments, it's completely decorative. We kept the mechanism, lost the feature it was designed to activate. A 2020 Harvard study actually found goosebumps play a role in hair follicle stimulation during development, but as a moment-to-moment response to fear or cold. Utterly pointless. You are literally puffing up imaginary fur. Your ancestors would not be impressed. The hypnic jerk, falling asleep and immediately panicking. You know that feeling. You're drifting off, warm, comfortable, barely conscious. And then suddenly your entire body convulses like you stepped off a cliff. You gasp. You're awake. Your heart is going, "What was that?" That's a hypnic jerk, and roughly 70% of people experience them. The leading evolutionary theory is genuinely uncomfortable to think about your brain. As it begins shutting down for sleep, interprets the sudden muscle relaxation as falling. And the ancient response to falling was to immediately grab something, a branch, a ledge before you hit the ground. Because again, our ancestors slept in trees. A single moment of deep relaxation in the wrong position could have been fatal. So your brain evolved a failsafe, a last-second alarm. Wake up, grab something, survive. The only problem is you are not in a tree. You are in a bed, and your brain just interrupted the best part of falling asleep for a threat that has not been relevant since before agriculture existed. Stress eating, an ancient survival strategy turned modern nightmare. Why is it that the moment everything goes wrong, your brain starts screaming for chips, pizza, or whatever the most calorie-dense thing in your house is? This isn't weakness. This isn't lack of discipline. This is ancient programming operating exactly as designed. When your body detects stress-elevated cortisol, fight or flight signals, firing your brain interprets it identically to how it would have in 50,000 BC. Danger is near. Resources may become scarce. Load up on calories now while you can. In a world where your next meal was genuinely uncertain, this was smart. A body that craved high-calorie food under stress was a body more likely to survive a drought or a famine. Fast forward to modern life, where the stressor is a work deadline, and the calories are an entire bag of pretzels at 11 p.m. And this instinct becomes one of the leading drivers of Stress-related weight gain worldwide. A 2019 study from the University of Michigan found that cortisol directly amplifies the brain's reward response to high-fat, high-sugar foods. You're not weak. You're just prehistoric. The fear of strangers. Ancient tribalism you can't shake. Here's one that explains more about the modern world than most. People are comfortable admitting humans are hardwired to feel a low-level suspicion toward unfamiliar faces. Not racism, this predates race as a social construct entirely. This is tribalism at the neurological level. For the vast majority of human history, encountering a stranger was genuinely dangerous. Someone outside your group was a competitor for food, territory, and resources. An unfamiliar face could mean an attack was coming. The amygdala, your brain's threat detection center, fires measurably faster and stronger when processing unfamiliar faces compared to familiar ones. A landmark 2005 study at Harvard found that the amygdala activates significantly more when subjects were shown photos of people from unfamiliar cultural backgrounds, regardless of the subject's own background or stated beliefs. It happens before conscious thought kicks in, before reason, before values. Your ancient brain is still scanning every stranger for threat signals. Your modern life never actually delivers. And the terrifying part? Knowing about this bias doesn't automatically remove it. You have to actively, consciously override it every single time. So here you are, walking around in 2026 with a body that flinches at books dropping, grows useless, fur bumps, wakes you up mid-sleep, to stop you from falling out of trees that don't exist. And stress eats its way through every hard week. You are a modern person running ancient hardware. And the real secret? Everybody else is too. Every person you've ever found unreasonable, reactive, irrational, they're fighting the exact same prehistoric programming you are. Understanding that doesn't excuse bad behavior, but it does explain a lot. Drop a comment below which of these hit closest to home for you. If you hypnic jerked last night, you already know. Like this video if your brain's prehistoric. Glitches have caused you genuine problems this week. And subscribe to Yesterday's Secret, because we're just getting started on all the wild, buried history your textbooks never told you. Until next time.